Hello everyone, how are you? Okay, today we will see a very interesting game, and that is what? That is Tic Tac Toe. Okay, so again it is a childhood game. Okay, we play in our childhood. Okay, so it is a very interesting game, Tic Tac Toe, and we know already what are the rules. Okay, so we can see the example, we can code it. Okay, we can develop the code for it. Okay, so if you see, whenever there are two players, okay, one uses cross, another uses zero. Okay, so we already know the rules. If all the crosses are coming in a single row or in a single column or in a single diagonal, then he or she will win the match, or the person who uses that particular symbol will win the match. Okay, so let us see, for example, we are having a matrix of 3 cross 3. Okay, let's suppose we are having first player presses X. Okay, another user presses or player presses 0. Similarly, the next putting the symbol X. Okay, so in this way the players can put the symbols, okay, X or 0. Okay, so we already know the rules. What are the rules? Okay, simply we are having all the X in a particular row. It can be in first row, it can be in second row, it can be in third row. So if all the crosses or 0 are coming in a particular row or in a particular column or in a particular diagonal, then the player who is having that particular symbol will win the match. Okay, for example, in this case I am using X and another user is using 0. Okay, so what is the winning situation? Okay, let's see the example. Simple. For example, I am putting here 0. Okay, so you can see this 0 0 0, it is coming in the second column. 0 0 0 is coming in the second column. So all the three zeros are coming in a single row. Okay, so obviously the player who is having this 0 will win the match. Okay, so we already know the rules, so let us do the coding in Python. Okay, so in this we will assign these symbols, okay, and we will assign a matrix, okay, in Python, and we can put these symbols. Okay, so there will be a chance for player 1 as well as for player 2. Okay, so if you see, this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. This is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So there will be a chance. Okay, so number of turns. If you see, so one player is getting 5 chances. One player may get 5 chances, and another player will get 4 chances. Okay. So it becomes what? 5 plus 4, that becomes total 9. Okay, because it is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and for example, if it is a case of draw, okay, if no one will win the match, then how many chances that the player first will get? He or she will get 5 chances. Okay, and the next player will get 4 chances. So total it becomes 5 plus 4, that is 9. Because it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, but before attempting these chances, any player may win before attempting these chances. So he or may will win, okay, before attempting all the chances. So it might be the case also. Okay, so we are having total how many chances? We are having total 9 chances. Okay, because it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So what we can do? Is we can use a loop. Okay, so for I in range. Okay, so there are total chances. We already know that. So I am using 9 here. Okay, so I represent what? I represent, okay, whose player chance is this one? Okay, what is the current? Okay, what is the current scenario? If I means what? I means turn. Whose turn is this one? Whose turn is this one? So if I is, for example, I divided by 2. I am checking I divided by 2. I divided by 2. Okay, so we can see this is for player 1. This is for player 1 because the first player will get what? 0, 2, 4, all the even numbers. All the even numbers will be the chance of first player. Okay, 6, 8. And similarly, the next player will get the numbers, odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. So total it becomes what? 9. Okay, these are the 5 chances and these are the 4 chances. So if player 1 start the game, okay, whose value I representing what? Yes, it is your chance. Okay, so this person will get 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 chance. And next player will get the chance 1, 3, 5, 7. So I represent what? The chances. Okay, whose chance is this one? Okay, so we can write 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so we are checking only what? Odd and even numbers. We are checking only odd and even numbers. Okay, so if I percentage 2 equal 0, it means what? It is an even number. It means there is a chance of first player. So we can write it is your turn. Okay, so we can acknowledge him or her. Yes, this is your chance. So I can write what I can write. Yes, it is your turn. Okay, so this is the turn of player 1, or it is a chance of player who is using the symbol X. Okay, so I am assuming it what? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, this is the player who is using the symbol X, and 1, 3, 5, 7, he or she is the player who is using the symbol 0. Okay, so print X. Yes, now in this, after printing turn of X, I am checking I want to put the symbol. I want to put the symbol X also in the matrix. I want to put the symbol X in the matrix. So I will put the symbol, and for that I am using a function. I will develop one function. I will design one function by any name. Okay, here I am using put. Okay, so I will place that particular symbol. I will place that particular symbol. Okay, so we will put the symbol of first player. Okay, but at this time we don't know what is the symbol for player 1, so we can assign it in the big name P1 symbol. P1 symbol. Okay, so what it means? It is the symbol of player 1. P1 means player 1. Player 1 symbol. So we can use X, okay, for player 1, and similarly we can use 0 for player 2. Okay, so this is the symbol for 0, 2. Okay, so if the chances is of the person who is using X, okay, and with the help of these indexes 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it represents there is a chance of person who is using the symbol X. Okay, so simply we have to put that particular symbol. So we have to put this symbol P1. Okay, P1 means X. P1 means X. So we will put that symbol. After putting the symbol, okay, in the matrix we have to check. After putting the symbol, yes, we have to again check it whether I have won the match or not. Okay, it might be any case. After putting the symbol, it might be possible that he or she will win the match. Okay, and there is no need to go further. Okay, so after putting the symbol, we will check whether the person won the match or not. Okay, so we will create a function by name won. Okay, it is not a predefined function. We have to create it. Okay, so we will check this symbol after putting that symbol, and the player who is using this symbol whether he or she will have won the match or not after putting the symbol. Okay, so we are using the same symbol P1. Okay, and if he or she have won the match, okay, then what we will do? We will come out from the loop. Okay, and there is no need to go further. Okay, there is no need to complete all the 9 chances. Okay, there is no need to go further. Okay, if he or she will win the match, okay, just come out from the loop. Okay, so this is a real scenario. Okay, now come to the else part. Okay, similarly we can write the else part. Now this is the turn of what? Turn of a person or player who is using the symbol 0. Okay, so same statement we can write for the second player. Okay, so I am just doing copy paste. Okay, now this is the turn of x, this is the turn of 0. Okay, x is already done. Now this is the turn of y. Okay, and again there is a symbol. Okay, what symbol we are using? We are using 0 symbol. Okay, so we have already mentioned that. So we will put that symbol, and after putting the symbol again we will check for is whether after putting the symbol, okay, whether he or she won the match or not. If he or she won the match, then there is no need to go further. Okay, just come out from the loops. That's why I am using break here. Okay, so this part is completed. Okay, this is only representing what? Turns, number of, or whose turn is this one. Okay, so 0, 2, 4, all the even numbers are the turns of a person who is using the symbol x, and odd numbers represents what? The turn of a person or player who is using a symbol 0. Okay, so simply we can acknowledge the player, okay, whose turn is this one, and after asking this one, definitely a player will give the symbol, he or she will put the symbol in the matrix. Okay, and after putting the symbol, it is our responsibility to check whether the person have already won the match or not. If he or she have already won the match, there is no need to go further. So just we are coming out from the loop. Okay, so now this is done, but we are going to create two functions. We have used two functions. Okay, these functions are not predefined, so we have to define it. So put symbol. Okay, so in put function, it is our responsibility to put the symbol in the matrix form. In the matrix form. Okay, but till now we have not created any matrix. Okay, so here we will create a matrix, and we already know that there are two ways, okay, by which we can create a matrix. Okay, so we are normally using what? Nested list. Okay, with the help of nested list we can create a 2D matrix. Okay, so initially what we can do is, initially we already know there is a 3 cross 3 matrix, so we have to put total 9 elements. Okay, and initially no one has put any symbol. Okay, so no 0, no crosses is there. Okay, because it is the starting phase of the game. So we can put any default symbol for that. So we can put what? Dash, 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 similarly dash, 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 and dash, dash, dash. Okay, so what it means, it is a 3 cross 3 matrix where the elements are dash, and dash we already know it is a character. Okay, so we can write this thing. Okay, so it is very simple to write in nested list form. So one dash. Okay, similarly we can write another dash. Similarly, this is third dash. Okay, so this total represents what? First row. This is first row, and simply I am doing copy paste. Okay, now it becomes 3 cross 3 matrix. It becomes 3 cross 3 matrix. We are having total 3 rows, and in every row we are having 3 columns. So it is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and this is the initial situation. Okay, so in the starting you will see that yes, this is the initial situation. Okay, so after getting the chance, okay, here we are checking the chance, whose chance is this one. Okay, and that particular player will place the symbol, put the symbol. Okay, and after putting the symbol, this current symbol will change by a new symbol. Okay, so this dash will be replaced by either cross or 0. Okay, so this is simply, now we have to define put symbol. Now we are going to place what? Yes, we have to put these symbols. Okay, because this is the initial situation. Now we have to put the symbol. Okay, so that's why I have used this function put. Okay, which is responsible for putting the symbol at the actual location. Okay, so which location? These are the location. It is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, and obviously the dimension, okay, the row will start from 0, so it will be 0 1 2, and column is again 0 1 2. If it is a 3 cross 3 matrix, so we already know the indices. Okay, it is 0 1 2. Okay, so we have to ask the position from the player. We have to ask the position from the player where he or she want to place that particular symbol. Okay, so we have to ask the position from the user. Okay, so we have to define this function put. Okay, and here I am taking one formal parameter which is symbol, and whatever the symbol a player is using, okay, that will be assigned to here, and simply for the time being I am writing put pass here. Okay, and as you all know that what is the meaning of pass. Pass is used for the future purpose only. So I am just creating a skeleton. Okay, I am just creating a skeleton because here I am using two functions. One is put, another is won. Okay, won is again a function. Okay, and it is again not a predefined function, it is a user defined function. So we have to define it. Okay, so again we are passing what symbol. So again we have to define this function also. So I have just created the skeleton of these two functions. Now it is our responsibility to put the symbol what a player wants. Okay, so we have already asked the symbol, so we know the symbol. Okay, so what to place, we already know that. Okay, now define it. Now we have to define it. So I have already told you we have to ask the position, okay, where he or she want to put. Okay, so what we want? We want to ask, yes, what is the row number? What is the row number? Okay, so where you want to place your symbol. Okay, whether it is X or it is 0. Okay, so enter the position, enter the row. Actually it is row. Okay, or I can write enter the row index. So obviously the index will be either 0 or 1 or 2. So he or she has to provide either 0 or 1 or 2. Okay. Similarly, I will ask the column also, okay, from the user. So I am just doing copy paste column, enter the column index, enter the column index. Okay. Now after asking the value row and column, but we have not applied any validation here. Okay, so a user may provide a row, okay, which is greater than 2 or which is less than 0. Okay, because we have not written any condition here, so we have to write one condition. It should be in the range. Row should be either 0 or 1 or 2 only. Okay, similarly column should be either 0, 1 or 2 only. So we have to put some condition that row should be greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0, because I am asking the row index. Okay, so it should be greater than equal to 0 and it should be less than 4. It should be less than 3, not 4. Okay, because the last index will be 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so 0 is included, 2 is included. And similarly we have to ask from us, okay, we have to check this column also. So column should be greater than equals to 0. Similarly column should be less than 3. Okay, that is fine. Okay, we have checked all the boundaries. Okay, the next thing, because the purpose of this function, whatever the function we are going to develop, okay, the purpose is whatever the player is providing the symbol, okay, we have to place it, but we will place the symbol only when it is vacant, when the space is vacant. Okay, so how we check whether it is vacant or not? Yes, simply if the symbol is dash, if the symbol is dash, if it is dash, it means it is vacant, means we can fill out that particular place. But if there is already X or 0, okay, so we cannot put any symbol here. Okay, so we have to check whether this place is vacant or not. So along with that we have to check one more condition. Okay, and that is what? That is the place, okay, so whatever the row, whatever the column we have asked, and if it is equal to dash. Equal to dash means it is vacant. It means what? It is vacant. Okay, so we have put all the conditions, okay, all the boundary conditions. Now if all the condition is fulfilled, then my job is done. My job is done. Okay, now what I will do is we are looking for dash, and we are looking for the place, okay, where I will put the symbol. Now I got the place, so I will put that particular symbol. So L row, L column, and here I will put my symbol. So this is a statement, okay, this is simply modification. So hyphen will be replaced by that particular symbol. Okay, that symbol may be X or it may be Y. It is a symbol who is used by, okay, this symbol is used by a person, okay, particular person, particular player. Okay, so L row, L column. So this is then, now this is then, but a player may give the row which is greater than 3. Okay, he or she may give 100, he or she may give 1000. Okay, so in that particular condition, you have to ask the row and column again, because it is an invalid input. It is an invalid input. So in that case, you have to ask again. Okay, so again we will go in this put function. Okay, so we have to use, yes, we will use a loop here. Okay, so we can write a loop here. So we can write an infinite loop here. Okay, so we can place this entire code inside the loop. Okay, so just provide the indentation here. Okay, so if he or she will provide a wrong input, okay, then in that case just acknowledge him or her, yes, you have provided wrong input. So I can write you have provided wrong place or input. Okay, so I can provide this message. Okay, and along with that I can write please try again. Please again provide input. Okay, so finally the objective is to provide acknowledgement. Okay, so I have provided the message. Okay, now this is done. Now here I have not used any break. I am not in else, not in if, and not in, neither in if and not in else. Okay, but we have to place break. Okay, so where we place the break is when our job is done, just come out from the loop. When our job is done, come out from the loop. Okay, now here my job is done. My job is done. Whatever the symbol that I want to put, I have put my symbol. Okay, now my job is done. Just come out from the loop. But if someone given some row index which is less than 0 or greater than 2, okay, in that case it will be asked again and again. Okay, so this is done. Put function is done. Okay, because the objective of this function is simply, and we can write the objective here also, okay, in the document string part. Okay, so here we can write the objective is to place, this is a document string, so to place the symbol at correct position. Okay, this is the document string. Okay, so put function is done. Now we have given one condition. So in what cases a person will win the match? In what cases the person will win the match? Okay, so I have already told you, and you already know that a person, if he or she will get all the crosses in a particular row, in the first row or in second row and third row, he or she will win the match. And similarly in case of column, and similarly in case of diagonal. So these are the cases where a person can, a player can win the match. So we have to check all the rows, we have to check all the rows, we have to check all the columns, and we have to check all the diagonals. Okay, so there are total 3 rows. There are total 3 rows. There are total 3 columns, and there are total 2 diagonals. So we have to check all these things. Okay. So if any one of them true, then he or she will win the match. Okay. So in that particular situation, I am using a boolean value. Okay. Finally, it will return true or false. So I will check what? Check rows. So I will create a function check rows. It will check the rows. Okay, it will check whether all the crosses or zero is coming in a particular row or not. It may be first row, it may be second row, or it may be third row. Okay, so it is their responsibility. Okay, checking rows. Okay, and with that particular symbol. Okay, similarly, we can check what? We can check the columns also. So we will design a function for columns also. Okay, and similarly we will design a function for that will check the diagonals. Okay, and with that particular symbol. Okay, if any one of them is true, okay, then he or she will win the match. Okay, so in that case I can use OR. Here I can use OR. Okay, because in any of these cases, whether it is a row, okay, or it is a column, or it is a diagonal, in any of this case, if any of this is true, then it will be true. So in that case, it will be what? It will be X. Okay, because the result of this expression, it may be true, okay, it may be false. Okay, it will be false when all are false. Okay, this is false, this is false, this is false. We already know the truth table of OR game. Okay, if all are false, then result will be false. If any one of them is true, then result will be true. Okay, and this is the condition for winning. Okay, so won is done, put function is done, won function is done. Now our responsibility is to define these functions. Okay, so check rows, check columns, check diagonals. Okay. So firstly we will create what? We will create a skeleton for that. So define check rows with that particular symbol. Okay. So I am just creating a skeleton first. Okay. So check rows. Similarly, check columns. Okay. And similarly, I will define check diagonals. Okay, check diagonals with that particular symbol. Okay, so all the skeletons are prepared. Okay, now we will design the function. Okay, so check rows. So how we can check the rows? Yes, we have to check what? Yes, you can see here. Okay, you can see here. Yes, check rows. What it means? For example, I am using a symbol 0, so it might be this case. Okay, 0, all the zeros or all the x, all the zeros or all the x are present in first row, or it might be the case all the symbols are present in the second row. It might be the case. Okay, so there are total 3 rows where he or she can win the match. So I will use the loop. Okay, I will use the loop. So I am using for row in range. So how many rows are there? Yes, it is 3. Okay, and similarly we have to use columns also. So it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, range will provide 0, 1, 2. So row is, we already know row and we already know column. Okay, so what we have to check? We have to check if, yes, what? If that particular L and the position, what is, how we can identify the position? So this thing we are getting from R and C. Okay, so if it is equals to what? The symbol. If it is equals to the symbol, we are getting in the formal parameter. In that case, okay, we can use a counter value. So here I can use one variable. Okay, for example, count. So count equals to count plus 1, count equals to count plus 1, and initially here I can use count equals to 0. Okay, so why I am writing this one? You can see this. For example, if you are going in a first row, then row is 0, then this C will vary, C will be 0, 1, 2, C will be 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we are working on the first row, it means row 0, and column will vary 0, 1 and 2, 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so if row is 0 and in all the columns 0, 1, 2, okay, if it is equal to that particular symbol, so it will be incremented by 1 every time. So it will be incremented by 1, then it becomes 1, then again if it is 2, then it becomes 2, if it is again 2, then it becomes 3. And if it is 3, it means what? It means that yes, all the symbols is coming in a particular row. Okay, so what we can do? After coming out from the column function for column for loop is we can check it here. If count equal 3, it means we are getting the same symbol in particular row. Okay, so my job is done, and now in that case it will return what? It will return 2. My job is done. Okay, so column is completed. Now coming out from the for loop, and if for example it is not true for any row, it is neither true for 0 nor for 1 and nor for 2 also. So if none of them is true, then it will return what? It will return false. Okay, so this is the definition of check rows, and similarly the same definition we can provide for columns also. Okay, by making only smaller changes. Okay, so I am using this one, and now in check columns I am using a function, I am defining a function check columns, and you can see here, yes, in column case, for example 0 x 0, okay, 0 0 x, okay, 0 x 0. Okay, so you can see all the zeros are coming in a particular column. Okay, this 0 is coming in the first column. Okay, similarly, what we are doing, it can, all the zeros or all the x can come in second column also or in third column also. So we are moving what? We are moving horizontally. Okay, so here I can change this row by column and this column by. Okay, so what it means? Yes, initially C is 0 and this R will vary. So R will be what? 0. First time it will be 0, then it will be 1, then it will be 2. So for C equal to 0, it will be what? 0, 1, 2. Okay, and what it means? RC. So R is, if we are talking about the first column, it means what? R is 0. Yes, R is 0 and column is 0. Similarly, it will be what? In the next, R will be 1 and C will be, column remains same. Here we are talking about only the first column. Okay, so R equals to row is changing, column is what? Column is 0. Okay, so this R is varying, so R will be 0, 1, 2. Yes, here also we are getting the same thing. Okay, we are keeping this C constant, C is 0 and R will be executed for 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we are getting the same case. And similarly we can check for the second column and similarly we can check for the third column. Okay, so again this is true. Again we have to check this count should be 3 and if it is this one then it will return 2. Okay, now this function is also done. Okay, fine. Now coming to the last definition where there are only 2 cases. I have already told you. Okay, for diagonals there are only 2 cases. Okay, so we have to check what? Yes. So diagonals, we have to write a definition for diagonals. So we will write a definition for diagonals. Okay, so diagonals we will check is what is my list. List is L. We have to check what rows and columns. So rows and what is the diagonal? What will be the dimension of diagonal? So obviously, if you see that, for example, this is my matrix. Okay, I am writing 1, 2, 3. Randomly I am writing this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we know what are the diagonals, what are the elements of diagonal. So 159, 159, 159 are the elements of diagonal, and 3, 5, 7 are the elements of diagonals. Okay, so it is simply a cross. Okay, so we know the position. What is the position of this one? So 1 is present at index 0, 0, 5 is present at index 1, 1, and 9 is present at index 2, 2. Okay, so 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, this is one diagonal. Okay, so we can write this one. Okay, so it is what? 0, 0, L 0, 0. If L 0, 0, if L 0, 0 is equals to L 1, 1, okay, and L 1, 1 is equals to what? L 2, 2, L 2, 2, and all are equal to, okay, equal to that particular symbol. Okay, the symbol should be same. Okay, so I can write anything here. Either we can write 0, 0 or 1, 1 or 2, 2. Okay, so if I am writing 1, 1 here, then it should be equal to that particular symbol. Okay, and this symbol we are getting in formal parameter. So if it is so, then yes, I will return true. I will return true. Okay. So this is one diagonal. Okay, this is one diagonal because all these functions finally returning what? True or false. True or false. Okay, I am checking only Boolean type value. Similarly, I can go for second column, second diagonal. So you can see the second diagonal. What are the elements of second diagonal? Yes, they are 3, 5 and 7. 3, 5 and 7. Okay, so what are the positions? Yes, obviously middle element is having 1, 1 position, but this element 3 is having what? 0, 2, and this 7 is having 2, 0. Okay, so we can write that particular elements. So L is, so we can write 1, 1. Yes, we can write 1, 1, and starting element is present at index 0, 2. Okay, 0, 2. Similarly, if they are equal, and we can compare with this 1, 1 should be, yes, we can again see the example. Yes, it is what we have already written. This 3 is at location what? 0, 2, and this 7 is at location 2, 0. Okay, it is row index is 2 and column index is 0, so it is 2, 0. It is 2, 0. Okay, so L 2, 0, L 2, 0. Okay, now again it should be equal to what? It should be equal to that particular symbol. So L11 equals to that particular symbol. So if it is true, then again I will return true. Okay, so these are the conditions for what? For diagonals. So we have covered both the diagonals, and if none of them is true, then finally we have to return false. Okay, because the responsibility of this function is to provide the Boolean value. Okay, if all the symbols are coming in across a particular row, a particular column, a particular diagonal, then in that case only we will return true. Otherwise we will return false. Okay, because I am using all these three functions in the one function. Okay, so if none of them is true, then finally it will return what? False. Okay, if any one of them is true, then it will return true. Okay, it doesn't matter whether the symbol is coming in a row, in a column or diagonal. Okay, win means win. Win means win. Okay, whether he or she have got all the crosses, all the zeros in a particular row or column or diagonal. Okay, so I have defined all the function. Okay, again, but we have still not written any condition for draw. Okay, so this might be possible when we have executed all the turns, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When the matrix is filled, okay, all the elements, all the x and zeros we have already put, okay, and after executing, after getting all the turns, the matrix is filled, and if in this case, if none of them have won the match, then obviously it will be a draw. So it means what? After coming out from the loop, I can check if not won by first player. First player means the symbol used by the first player. If not won by first player, similarly, if not won by the second player, okay, if none of them won the match, then in that case I can print, yes, it is a draw. It is a draw. Okay. So my program is done. Okay, our program is done. We have written all the functions. Okay. Now we can check. We can execute the program. Okay. So let us save the program first. Okay. So you can write any name. Okay. So I am writing just tic.py. Okay, now you can execute this program. Yes, I will delete this one. Okay, this is done. Okay, so we can see is everything fine? Yes. Okay, now we are going to run this program. Okay, so it is an invalid syntax. We can check it where it is invalid. Yes, we have used only one equal sign. Okay, now again execute the program. Yes, here also we have written single equal, so equal. Yes. Okay, now execute the program. Okay, now it is successfully executed. Now we can check it is turn of x. Yes. Okay, so it is turn of x. Okay. So enter the row index. So for example, he or she will give 0. Enter the column index. Again, it is 0. And now it is showing the person, the player, okay, whose turn is 0. Okay, so again it is asking for a row index. But it is not showing any matrix. It is not showing any matrix. So you will not get any idea where he or she is placing. Actually, these are the only numbers. Okay. And with the help of this output, we are not getting the understanding where he or she is getting the or placing the numbers, placing the symbols. Okay. So what we can do is we can stop this. Yes, here we can write. We can print after putting the symbol or before putting the symbol. We can find out the scenario. Okay, we can find out the position of matrix. Okay, so here I can write. I can print the matrix. Here I can print before placing the symbol. I can print the matrix. Okay, so what is the current status of the matrix? So as you all know that how you can print a matrix. Okay, in the form of rows and columns. So simply we will use two loops. So for I in range, yes, it is 3. And similarly for j in range, again it is 3, and we will print that particular symbol, and list is I, and indexes are coming out from the I and j, and then we will place some space here, okay, for getting better output. And after coming out from the particular column, we have to break the line also. Okay, so this is a simple concept. We already know how to print the list in matrix form. Okay, so it is only for acknowledging you so that a player can easily understand, yes, where the player has put the symbol. Okay, so again I can run the program. Yes, now this time we are getting a better output. Okay, so this is the current scenario, this is the initial scenario, this is the initial situation where all the spaces are vacant. Okay, now it is a turn of x, enter the row index. Yes, we are asking, it is 0 index and 0 index. Okay, so we are getting this 0 index at 0 index and 0 index. 0 index, 0 index means what? It is the very first position. Okay, and it was the chance of, okay, x. So x has already put the symbol. Okay, so now it looks very good. Okay, now it is now this time there is a chance of 0. Okay, so for example I am putting the symbol 2. Okay, I am providing 2 2, for example 2 2, and as you already know, where is 2 2? So 2 2 is the last element. Yes, yes. So it is showing correct answer. Okay, it is showing correctly. Okay, so it is placing, it is putting the symbol at the correct position. Okay. Now again we can improve the result. Okay, we can again provide the colors. Okay, so for getting good look and feel, and we can break the line for getting the better output. So I am just doing some formatting here for getting the better output. So it looks very good. Okay, so I can use colors also, I can use break line also. Okay, so for example, yes, after asking this done, okay, I can break it here, or I can write print here. Okay, so it will give one line break, and I can print all these messages in different colors. So we know what we know from CLR print is we are having this module for printing the text in colors. Okay, so from CLR print import star, yes, I have used. So wherever the print messages are there, I can replace that print function by CLR print function. Okay, so that the text will come in colors. So I can see, yes, there is no message, no message, no message. Okay, no message. So we have not written any message here. Okay, and here I can write the message also. Yes, if won, yes, here I can write the message here. Yes, this part, the person, the player who is using symbol, what symbol? That is coming out from P1 symbol. Okay, and I can write a string concatenation operator. Okay, because it is a string, I can use anything, but I am using here concatenation operator. Upon the person, the player who is using symbol, this one have won the match. Okay, similarly I can print the same text here also. Okay, and replace this P1 by P2. Okay, because finally we have to provide the result also. So if he or she won the match, then we have to acknowledge him or her also. Yes, the person who is using the symbol, okay, have won the match. Okay, and I am printing this message with different colors. So I can replace this print function by CLR print. Okay, now this is done. Now we already know this is, I am just using bracket here. Okay, why I am using this bracket? Simply I want to print this message in the center, and I am using any width here, and I am using here one particular symbol. Okay, now this is done. This will print the message in the center, and because I am using CLR print function, I will use at keyword parameter CLR, where I can provide any color. Okay, so I am just providing green color here. Okay, now this is done. Okay, I am just doing copy paste here. I am taking this one and I am replacing this statement by this one, and just replace P1 by P2. Okay, now here this is done. Okay, again in draw I can put this message in center, so I can use center function. Okay, again I can provide width. Okay, I can use any symbol that will be filled, okay, for remaining spaces, and again I can use CLR print. Okay, now center function is done. Now I can give color. Okay, so here also I can give any color. So here I am using yellow. Okay, so this is done, this is done. Yes, this message is coming. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. Now let us check the program again. So see the output. Okay, CLR, so some message is coming, so we can see where I have closed the brackets. Okay, this is the bracket of, yes, this is the bracket of center function. Okay, this is the center function. Okay, so here I will provide bracket. Here also I have to provide bracket. Okay, now again the program. Okay, now in this case green. Okay, so we have to remove bracket from here because we have provided bracket here. Okay, now it is working fine. Is turn of x, is turn of x. So I am giving 0, I am giving 0. Okay, now it is the turn of another person. Okay, so for example he or she is giving 0 or 1. Okay, now again 0, 2. Okay, then for example 1 or 0 is, so you can see the result. Okay, it is filling the symbol correctly at correct location. Okay, the next is, for example, I am giving 1, or here also, here I am giving 2. Okay, so no one has won the match till now. And if, yes, now this is the turn of x, and if I will provide 2 row and column is 0, so in that case x will win the match. So here you can see, yes, the player who is using symbol X have won the match. Okay, so it is giving the correct answer, it is giving the correct output. The player who is using the symbol X have won the match, and it is coming in different color. It is coming in green color. Okay, so this message is the message which is coming out. Okay, now it looks very good. Okay, so this is a program, okay, of Tic Tac Toe. It is a very interesting game. So we have developed this program, okay, in Python in a very easy manner. Okay, so this program is done. Okay, so now thank you all. Okay, so meet you in the